Hello you guys, it is Black Anime here to give you another Black Anime review. I'm sorry I haven't given you a review in a very long time. I've been being a bit lazy, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit lazy. But I'm back with more videos. Today's review, as you can see from the title, is an anime that just finished its first season. Well, we all hope it's just its first season. An anime that is good enough that my girlfriend marathoned it, actually. She doesn't watch a lot of anime. An anime that swept, not summer season, but spring season by storm, and then lots of people jumped on the bandwagon train during summer. Of course, I'm talking about the anime Zereo. Let's do this. So first, let's talk about the story. It follows main character, Natsuki Subaru, a normal, I guess we don't know really a lot about him out of the context of him in this other world, but from what we know, a hyperactive teenage boy who just happens to get teleported into a new world with dragons, monsters, magical beings, twin demons, and so on and so forth. And he has no clue what happened. He has no clue how to get back. Now, the part where this story gets really interesting, but also it loses a lot of people because they're afraid it's just going to be a bad story. When I first watching this, I thought it was going to be a bad story. But he cannot die. Now, I know what you're all thinking. How's that work? Like, if he can't die, what's the point of watching the show? We know he's not gonna die. When I say he can't die, I mean he gets killed. It's kind of like a video game to him, you know? He gets defeated, or he loses. He just restarts from his save point. Okay, now I know you're all thinking, this sounds ridiculous, this sounds very stupid. I promise you, it is great. This is honestly in probably my top 5 favorite animes of this season so far. Probably top 3 favorite animes of all season. It is a really good anime. And before you judge it based off of that one fact of the story, I would watch it. But later on in the story, he bumps into another main character, Emilia, who is... I'm not going to say that part. I thought I was, but I'm not going to say it. It explains it in the first episode, so it's not really a spoiler, but something that you guys will probably look forward to hearing about. But he has decided to help her try to get back her watch, or her emblem thing. That's what they're doing in the first episode, that's what the first episode's about, and that's pretty much what the story's about, kind of. That's how they meet in the first episode, but then things continue on later afterwards, but I'm not going to tell you that much. Moving on to characters. We have now there's a huge character cast. And when I say huge, I mean huge. Like, there are obvious characters that are more main than some. But I'm going to just break it down into the characters that I feel that are very important. There are 4 that I feel are important to the story, but I'm going to add a 5th one just because one of them is their twin sister. First, we have Natsuki Subaru, a very hyperactive just guy. He's just a very hyperactive person. He always looks up on the brighter side and never gives up. Now, I know that you think that's like every basic hero, but honestly, the way he does it, like, think of Konosubashi, but a tiny bit more serious. He's kind of like that, you know? Then we have another main character, Emilia. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much about her because I don't want any spoilers about her. But, she is a half-elf, half, something else. I think it's just half-elf is all we know so far. And people don't like it because she looks exactly like the witch. You learn more about her later on, but I'm not going to go too much into that for your sake and purposes. she plays kind of like the basic female role. You know, she's shy. I wouldn't say she's really socially awkward, but she's not accepted by a lot of people, which is the problem. Moving on to another main character. Now, I've decided not to give you 5, like I said I was. I'm just going to give you 3. Another one I would say is Puck, which is Amelia's spirit, kind of, not spirit, but her, like, kind of like a summoning, you know, like how she could summon, like how you could summon demons or whatnot. It's not really a demon, but it's just a spirit that kind of watches over Amelia. Very funny character, very sweet character, and will do anything to protect her. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Now, moving on to art and animation. I feel the art was lacking on some parts. There are some parts where you could definitely tell that they were just lacking, or they brought in different artists or something. But then the rest of the show, other than those very small amount of parts, is stunning with the art. The colors are very bright and just look good. Like, if I can compare it to another anime that's really good with colors, I would say Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. They really just know how to make the colors pop in this. And then the action scenes are done really well also. Now, sound. I really love the first intro. I'm alright with the second intro. I really prefer the first one, but the outro is outstanding. Beautiful outro. I've actually downloaded all 3 of those, so it's not like the second intro is bad, but the first one definitely takes the cake. Now, time to talk about the bad and the good, because every anime, no matter how good it is, no matter how bad it is, has a good part and a bad part. Let's talk about the good with this anime first. The good. We've seen many types of this anime. You know, now before, when Sword Art first came out, it was kind of a whole new thing. Now talking about Doc Hack, I'm not going to go into that because I haven't seen it, but I heard it did it first. I'm not going to go into that. But Sword Art Online is the kind of first anime that did this different world thing. But they did it bad. They did, how do I explain it? They did a harem based around cringy comedy and then threw in action. Then we have another anime that did a better job at it, Log Horizon. A very good anime, and I would suggest to anyone review coming out for that soon. They did a good job with comedy, they did a good job with action, and they did a good job with drama. Then we have an anime that is newer. We have Konosubashi, another anime that has kind of the same feel. Very good anime. Very strong with comedy. They do light action, but I wouldn't even consider it action because it's more part of the comedy part. It's very funny. I highly suggest it. And then we get this anime. I feel like there's a more serious tone to this one. I feel like this one's the most serious one that I've seen. Now, I know you're all thinking Sword Art Online was about a bunch of people getting trapped in the world and getting slaughtered off. How can you not get more serious than that? Well, Sword Art Online is about that, but they don't focus on that part a lot. I know you're all probably going to comment, no, that's the whole story of Sword Art Online. Well, I don't want to jump into Sword Art Online that much, but yes, it is the story, but they don't focus on that fact a lot. You get what I'm saying? We've seen in Sword Art Online, you see a couple of people dead, you see a couple of people die. With this, the seriousness, the depression that you really feel with Natsuki Subaru at some parts is there, and you actually feel bad for him. You don't feel that way about most of those other animes. You know, like, the only other one that I think even stands close to this is Konosubashi. I love that one. That might just be because I prefer comedies or something, but this anime just has that serious tone that brings it all together, I think. You know, you got comedy from this one. You got action, which is done really well. You got the good comedy, you got the good action, you got the good drama, and then you have the seriousness. Now, I know that's not a genre itself, but it should be. Like, this is how serious this anime is, how serious you feel for the characters is really done well. And that, I know I spent a lot of time talking about how good that part is, but I feel that's probably the best aspect of this anime, is that it's done super well, and I think that seriousness that you get from it really helps out. Now, the bad for this anime. There is a harem-ish. Like, they're not really straightforward about the harem like other animes are, Cough Cough Sword Art Online. But you know there's kind of one. Now, there are several characters that could be a part of this harem. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 5 that could be a part of this harem. But it's not really a harem like Sword Art Online. It's not a harem like Konosubashi, where he's walking in the showers and seeing them naked, or he's accidentally tripping and kissing one of them or something. You know, it is a serious show. And I think that might defeat this bad factor, because the factor is not really even there. And when I say it's kind of a harem, but it's not, there are a group of girls that I feel have feelings for this man, right? Natsuki Subaru. But there is something that takes place that just shows you how serious this is and how not a harem this is. It's not for a while. You guys probably won't see it until I think it's like episode 13, episode 12. But stuff happens. That's all I have to say without spoiling. Something else that I feel was wrong is there's so much that we don't know about the main character. We know more about the support characters than we do the main character, Natsuki Subaru. And I understand that I'm pretty sure there's a whole part that's going to happen where we figure out more about his past, like he reappears back into his normal world or something, or he has a flashback or some sort about his past. But until then, that's still pretty bad that we just don't know anything, and the character is just kind of like starting a new life, and we go based off of that new life and nothing with the old one. Okay. Now, time for my review. Now, I'm pretty sure this anime is doing well enough that it's going to get a season 2. I follow this other YouTuber who does reviews. His name is Chibi. If you haven't checked him out, go do it. He does episode-to-episode reviews on newer animes, and then sometimes he'll watch a full anime and just talk about it. He also does them on mangas. He bought the box set for this, the import box set for this anime. I'm doing it too. I haven't seen him do something like that. I've seen him receive import box sets from fans, but he actually went out of his way to buy an import box set for this, and I think that says a lot. Lots of you guys may think that's just one person, but then you have two people like me and him who are reviewers who understand how great of an anime it is. Then you get probably more people who are also gonna do it. And I feel like this anime had enough support. Like, it's already ranked 94, I believe, on my anime list. No, my bad. It's ranked 38. Number 38 on my anime list. Now, I don't like to go off of my anime's list ranking a lot, mainly because I feel it's not done well. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best anime that's ever been made. But that's what you guys think. That's what most of the people on here think. But most of the people on here think that this anime that came out, you know, 2 seasons ago, because now it's fall season, so 2 seasons ago, is worthy of being ranked number 38. Now, lots of you guys may think that's not a high ranking, but then you think of every anime that's ever came out, movies included, that has passed. So let that sit and sink with you guys for a second. Now let's add everything up and talk about all this. Now, I'm going to give you, if it's a final verdict review or season 1 ending review. Final verdict review. Now, like I said, I do terrible, very bad, bad, below average, average, above average, good, very good, great, and amazing. Or masterpiece. So, for this anime, if this is the final verdict, if this is it, we don't get a second season, I believe this anime deserves the verdict of very good. It was a very good anime. Actually amazing. Okay, so not masterpiece, but amazing. It is either a low amazing or a very high, very good. And that's because I like this anime a lot, and I expect a lot to come from this anime. I've read some of the light novels, I've read some of the manga, and it's very good. I would highly suggest this anime to anyone who's interested in this type of anime. Think of Sword Art Online or any of those other animes that I named off, but way serious, you know? Moving on, now if this is season 1, and we're gonna get another season, it's definitely amazing. Easy amazing is what I would call this anime. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. If you want something else to watch that's a lot like this anime while we wait for a season 2 or pray for a season 2, I would highly suggest the anime Konosubashi. Now, if you're looking for something more serious, I don't know what I could give you. There's not a lot of animes that take a serious ideal to this kind of aspect, but you guys could probably find something. But if you're looking for a comedy, something that has the kind of comedy this does, because this does have a lot of comedy, I would highly suggest Konosubashi. Once again, you guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, I am trying to do a Q&A video. I'd like to do one at the end of every season, so I'm starting to build up for the end of fall season. I write down every question I get and who asks it, and I will answer all of your questions at the end of fall season, whether it's about me, whether it's about an anime. Once again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Black Anime out.